Hello, welcome back to our channel. In this third episode of Ambulance to Camper Van, we find the power drain. We thought it was Jenny who was causing it, but it wasn't. You can see here as I'm zooming in, this is where the communication area is that was causing me all this trouble. So I then disassemble it, and once I get this front cover off, you can actually see that someone has already taken some of the components already. But that little silver box, that was still switched on, didn't have an SD card in it or a CF card in it, but it was still switched on, and it was slowly draining everything. Plus all the other boxes which were there, but they didn't have that much of a power draw. And it was that particular thing. As soon as I disconnected it and checked, the power draw really dropped. But I took all the rest of it out as well. I'm trying to find where the reversing camera comes in and then goes off to the reversing screen on the dashboard. So I know it comes in through here, but I've got to find it, and well, we find it eventually. I get a bit complacent and I start disconnecting too many things at once, because the batteries aren't particularly, and I have to keep starting the vehicle and all that sort of power draining issues and all of that. Anyway, so I eventually get too cocky, disconnect too many things at once, and then realise I've now got to start connecting stuff up because I've gone too far. Well, luckily later on I find out what I did wrong with the aid of a separate TV, and everything's good. I've got it all working. All I've got to do now is chase all the cables through, disconnect them from the various points, and then I can remove the cables. I don't want to cut them, because if I cut them and then it shorts live and neutral somewhere, then I end up having other problems. So it's a long-winded process, but we're getting there. So what I'm basically trying to do is I'm trying to trace all the individual wires and take out the ones which are unnecessary. I start off with the live and neutrals, and then the aerials, and then I go into the audio visuals. I find the AV1, AV2 and the camera line, and also what's powering them. Later on I'll go through and take them out. All of this wire here that you can see here is all 90% of it is going to be removed. I only need the two fuses at present. One must power the camera, the rear reversing camera, and the other one is powering something to do with this wiring setup. So they must record it in some way, but all the recorders have gone. I've taken them all out. You can see this is there are a few other things that can be taken out, wires removed, but once I go into the front, the other side of the bulkhead, and start removing cable covers and that sort of thing, I can find out where they go into the Genisys system, and those parts of the Genisys system can be removed, disconnected. Happy days. And this is where I stored it all while I was taking it out. I kept it all just in case I needed it. It's been a couple of weeks now and everything's working as it should. I don't have the power drain, and the van's quite happy to sit there for a couple of days without having any problems. Thanks for watching my channel. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It's completely free.